Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me once again. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a classic coin. It's a classic one, but it's still considered an altcoin. It's still a bit of an underdog. It is DigiByte. We're talking about DigiByte because it is getting massive amounts of attention, and for some good reasons. We're going to talk about what DigiByte is, how it works, and more importantly, what I believe the price is likely to go to in the next couple of months. So to find that price prediction, stick around to the end of the video. First up, do me a massive favor, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. YouTube are actively suppressing crypto content, so sharing it out there is going to definitely help the channel grow, and it's also going to get the word out about DigiByte too. Now, also I'd like to point out as well, a quick warning, do your own research. This is a video that I'm putting together from my experience and from what I found. So this is my opinion and nothing else. Please don't take it as financial advice. Do your own research. Use it as a starting point, but definitely look into it more yourself. So with that said, let's get to the video. So what is DigiByte? A lot of people are talking about it. It is definitely getting a lot of attention in the social media space, especially on crypto Twitter. But that's not the reason I brought you here today. That is one of the reasons why it's definitely on the radar, but it is getting a lot of attention for a lot of reasons. DigiByte was actually started in 2014, and it actually was basically a copy or clone of the Litecoin code with several very important modifications. So what makes DigiByte actually attractive to investors at this particular point? It's been around since 2014. So what makes it interesting right now? So one way to put it is that with DigiByte, it is actually truly decentralized in respect that there is no company in charge of it. There's no CEO. It's open source. The actual algorithm that the consensus method works on is called Odocrypt, which is their own actual implementation of algorithm. The algorithm itself actually changes every 10 days. It modifies itself. This means that ASICs can't control the mining network, and it takes the power out of the hands of the Chinese ASIC miner firms, which have really got a big grasp of things like Bitcoin and a lot of other coins out there as well, just out of the sheer hash rate and the hash power that they hold. So Litecoin actually avoids that through the use of this Odocrypt algorithm, and that means that other people can be involved in the mining process. Now, I do believe that actually a big part of the popularity around DigiByte at the moment is the fact that it's mineable, and it's not just mineable on ASICs, which it does allow. There's special Litecoin miners you can buy, but it does allow for mining on actual GPUs as well as FGPAs. And I think that the actual flexibility, the multi-algorithm approach, has meant that a lot of people can get involved and actually mine this even from home, which for a lot of chains it's just not possible to do, or at least not do profitably. Now, I do think that DigiByte is getting attention because of that, because we are seeing a lot more people interested in mining again, obviously now that it's profitable once more. And it's also one of the first and earliest blockchains to implement SegWit, or segregated witness. This is a way to really speed up a blockchain network and, of course, make it a lot more scalable than some of the other older blockchains out there. Something else they actually put together in the last couple of years is opcodes, and that's actually an upgrade to the network that allows you to create smart contracts on DigiByte as well. While we were in a bear market, they were still putting together new and interesting ideas for DigiByte. Those include things like Dandelion++, which is a privacy enhancement for DigiByte. This basically helps to obfuscate. This helps to mask people's IP addresses when they're sending transactions. They created something called DigiID. This is an on-blockchain digital identification system and can be used very much like Google Sign-In, but it's all obviously based on DigiByte. Now, it hasn't been implemented in huge amounts of places, but there's a couple of sites using it, and of course, these tools do take time for people to start to integrate. And obviously if DigiByte gets popular, and as popular as Dogecoin, for example, then yes, people will start to look at the features on DigiByte a little bit more seriously. DigiByte is essentially a currency, a digital currency, that has added these features over time. And one of the other features that they added, which is quite a welcome one, is DigiAssets. And this is the ability to build on top of DigiByte's blockchain and to issue your own tokens or smart contracts on there. When it comes to tokenomics, the good thing here is that there was never an ICO. There were some pre-mined coins, but never in enough amounts for it to become actually sort of centralized by power and by token holders. So there is a really good advantage there with this coin because of that. And thanks to that SegWit integration, DigiByte transactions can actually be confirmed in 15 seconds, and probably even less. The block time on this one is really quick. It's 40 times faster than Bitcoin and 10 times faster than Litecoin. And you guys know how much I love Litecoin right now. Now, why am I super excited about DigiByte? First up, we talk about mainstream adoption. Adoption is key. Utilization is part of that. Now, there is a directory of over 600 companies now accepting DigiByte payments. And there are developers working now on a marketplace where you will be able to use DigiByte to purchase items as well directly from other sellers. And you know how I was saying about how you can issue your own tokens on top of DigiByte? Well, there's a company that's just done just that with a coin called PetGas. Apparently, this is a company that's able to transform waste plastic into actual fuels. If that's true, that's a massive, massive, massive thing. And any project that has to do with the environment, whether you believe in global climate change or not, you know that there's money there. And for NFT lovers, you can of course make NFTs on DigiByte, and you've been able to do that since 2018. Now this one I think is actually one that's been overlooked quite a bit, but community members are doing a lot of outreach in places like Nigeria. And the reason that's important is because Nigeria has been a pretty big investor in cryptocurrencies. The Nigerian millennials are big on Bitcoin, and they're big on any project that's all about real cryptocurrencies, and for good reason. They're looking for places to put their money. There's actually a really big growing middle class in Nigeria, and DigiByte are already doing a lot to get people and build a community in Nigeria around DigiByte. There's also even rumours of a Coinbase listing, and while that would obviously give it a really good boost in price, I don't think it's all that important anymore these days whether things get listed on Coinbase or not. A lot of people have kind of grown accustomed to how to buy crypto. I think Binance is definitely more important these days, and DigiByte's available there. So I think, yes, it'll give it a boost, but maybe not as big a deal as maybe in the past. But certainly it would be welcomed. Then, of course, there is the price, which is the other reason that I'm quite interested in this one. Since the beginning of this year, DigiByte has had a massive, massive pump. And you'd think that maybe it's over and you've missed it, but that is far from the case. As you know, there's going to be 21 billion coins available eventually, but right now there's only 14.5 billion actually in circulating supply. And it's also worth pointing out that the market cap on this one is actually not that high considering. Yes, it's not a low market cap gem, but there is definitely room for this one to go. The increased interest in this project, along with the fact that they are doing so well with their marketing, is definitely going to be bringing investors on board, and more people are talking about it. But it is a proven technology. Well, you know, with 7 years of development behind it, this one is definitely sticking around. And the fact that it allows for fast transactions, you've got very small divisible amounts of DigiByte available to send and to use. 600 companies you can actually use that DigiByte with. There is actually a lot of potential for this one to do well. And I think it's going to definitely attract the newer entrants into the cryptocurrency market. Now, that's not me telling all of you old hands to buy DigiByte to dump on them. That's not the aim of it here, guys. But I do think that it is going to actually go up, and there's a good chance that there's some money to be made here. The price is, of course, currently well above its all-time high, but that means that we are, in fact, in price discovery mode. So there could be a lot of volatility in it, and I certainly would expect some corrections as well as some pumps. But I do think that there is an opportunity here, and I do think that this is one that we could definitely see some big growth in. Will it hit $1? Well, if we look at market capitalization, it would be very hard in this cycle, certainly, for it to hit $1. The current market cap, which is about $2.2 or $2.3 billion. But there is still definitely growth in the price, and I could certainly see it going to sort of around 40 cents over the next couple of months. In future cycles, there is definitely a possibility for it to go closer to $1. And as we know, those full-on 21 billion tokens won't actually be available until they're all mined out by the end of 2035, I believe it is. My prediction is that we get to about 40 cents this market cycle. And in the next ones, yeah, $1, definitely possible, because I think that we'll probably find that actually crypto is now on its way into mainstream. And these projects have been around and survived throughout the last bear market. They've got pedigree, they've got actual, they've got good, strong communities, and I think that that strong community behind DigiByte is what's going to set it apart from a lot of competitors out there. It's not going to be a Dogecoin in the respect that it's a meme, but it might well certainly be a Dogecoin in the way that it melts faces in surprising ways. So I am going to be watching this one, and while I'm not going to be holding a huge bag of it, I'm certainly going to be buying up a little bit just for that, just in case that happens. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, as well as hitting that notification bell. Any comments? Put in the comments down below. Let me know. Do you think $1 is doable this cycle, perhaps? Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!